I think I found the perfect project for RESINCRETE, you guys. But first, let me show you the molds. I found these really interesting molds on AliExpress, and they're tea light holder molds. Has anyone else noticed how AliExpress and Amazon are upping their mold game? I've been finding so many lovely molds recently, and my bank account isn't too happy about it. But yeah, I've been coming across some really nice molds, especially for home decor. The molds I have here, the designs are really interesting, and I say interesting because I don't know how else to describe them. They're not exactly cute or beautiful, but I do really like them. I think this bigger mold here is a planter pot mold since it's a bit bigger, but in this instance, I'm going to be using it as a tea light holder. Like I mentioned right at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be using RESINCRETE in these molds, and I actually have here JDictions' newest formula of RESINCRETE. Work time is now around 25 minutes instead of just 10, I think it was, which is a really great improvement. A 10-minute work time was doable and is doable, but I felt really rushed when I did that last video. So hopefully now with the 25-minute work time, it'll be more relaxed. Comment down below if you've tried RESINCRETE or anything like it. So this time I also really want to try dyeing the RESINCRETE with paint. Last time I mixed in the pigments that came with the kit, but as I will show you guys a little bit later in the video, the color of my strawberry jar is starting to fade, so I want to see if acrylic paint is better with it. I'm going to be mixing up 600 grams of RESINCRETE powder and about 180-ish grams of water. Because I'm going to be using acrylic paint, it says that you can add a couple of more grams of water since acrylic paint is absorbent. One thing I do want to point out is I highly suggest that you guys have everything ready before mixing the water into the powdered mix. And this tip actually goes for resin as well. Once you mix up your RESINCRETE or epoxy resin, you're on the clock and you don't want to be fumbling around looking for your pigments, glitters, molds, or whatever, because once it starts curing, it can be a pain in the behind to get it into your molds. I say this from experience, and at the best of times, I still lose resin because I'm not fully prepared. So now that my RESINCRETE is mixed, I just love how white RESINCRETE is. It's time to add paint. I have here gold and a pearly purple, and I honestly don't know how much paint I should add, so I'm just going to start by adding a blob of each color and go from there. Now, I don't know why, but the color isn't taking. This gold isn't really showing up in the mixture, and the mixture is just too pale. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put the gold one aside and see what happens with the purple one. Okay, so it's the same. I'm gonna keep trying and adding a little bit of purple paint little by little and see if it just needs a little bit more paint than I put in originally. I'll go back to the gold mix if it does work, but that's the only bottle of gold paint that I have, so I don't really want to waste it if adding more paint doesn't work. So we are getting some more color in here, but it's still really light. I was hoping for a more vivid pastel-y purple, but I am going to stop adding paint now because I don't want to screw up the curing process of the RESINCRETE. I've put quite a bit of purple paint in here, almost half of the bottle if I'm being totally honest, so I'm just going to leave the gold as it is. These are the shades of colors I got. I know they're not the most vivid, but it is what it is. But anyways, I'm going to quickly fill my molds, and as for the other mold, I'm going to make sure the paint I choose is just a regular acrylic paint. I really want to see if the RESINCRETE takes the color better. I'm thinking that metallic or pearlescent paints don't really work with RESINCRETE. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about RESINCRETE. I've been playing and experimenting with this stuff for a little bit now, and I want to mention a few things and answer some questions, I guess, about it. RESINCRETE is being sold as an alternative to epoxy resin, and although you can use resin molds for it, I do think it's a bit different. For example, epoxy resin, when cured, it's super glossy and solid. With RESINCRETE, when it's cured, it does have a lovely smooth to the touch finish. It feels really nice, but it does have a more matte shine finish. If you guys get what I'm saying, you'll see what I mean when I demold these tea light holders at the end of this video. RESINCRETE is pretty solid. I can't remember if I added the footage in my last video, but I spent a good couple of minutes trying to break a coaster I made with my hands, and I couldn't, and I was giving it my all. But unfortunately, that same coaster fell off my coffee table and it broke. My living room is tiled in ceramic, so obviously it is a harder floor, and I'm assuming if it was carpet, it wouldn't have broken. But yeah, RESINCRETE is breakable. Okay guys, so now it's the moment of truth. Let's see if the just regular acrylic paint, if it can dye this. Hopefully that's enough. There we go. There's more color. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Ah, my hand. That hurts. That hurts. Cramp, cramp, cramp. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have a beautiful color here. It's lovely and green, and I'm not seeing any like paint streaks, so that is a really good sign. So now let's fill our mold. I'm so glad that the regular acrylic paint was able to color the mixture so much easier with a lot less paint. I'm just going to quickly run a toothpick along here to make sure that no air bubbles get stuck along the edges, and then I'll be able to fill up the rest of my mold. One thing I've also noticed is that RESINCRETE, as it's curing, gets hot like epoxy resin. My mold right now is really warm, and I just wanted to mention that because I'm finding this really interesting. Now I'm going to let all these cure up, and I'll be back tomorrow to demold them. Okay, so the tealight holders are ready for demolding, and as I do that, I want to finish what I was saying earlier in the video. So like I said, RESINCRETE is breakable, but nonetheless, it's still a fun product, and you can make some really lovely things with it. I will highly recommend RESINCRETE for projects like the one I'm doing here over epoxy resin any day. Of course, as long as RESINCRETE can handle an open flame. I wouldn't recommend making tealight holders or incense holders with epoxy resin. Resin is a plastic and it can melt, and I just don't think it's a good idea putting an open flame near epoxy resin. The little battery operated tea lights are fine, but not the ones I'll be using at the end of this video. Another question I got a lot is if you need a respirator mixing RESINCRETE, and I'd say yes, I would recommend you that you do. At the minimum, at least a dust mask. The powder is really fine, and if you guys noticed when I was mixing the water into it, there were a few dust clouds coming out of the cup. I'm sure there are ways to mix the mixture without that happening, but yes, I would recommend you at least use a dust mask. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about RESINCRETE, be sure to comment them down below and I'll try my best to answer them. These tea light holders turned out really lovely, and although the gold one and purpley one are very light in color, they do have a really pretty shimmer to them because of that metallic and pearly paint. It's pretty faint, and that's why the camera is having a hard time picking it up, but close up, it's really pretty. As for the minty green tea light holder, I think it turned out really good. I think all three turned out really good, really, but I'm really glad there's barely any air bubbles. There are a couple of really tiny ones, but you wouldn't even notice it. This tea light holder does need a little bit of sanding down. I filled up the mold a tad too much, and that's why these little bits of RESINCRETE are breaking off. Like I showed you guys just a bit ago, there is a little bit of discoloration on the bottom of this tea light holder here, but the rest of the tea light holder is fine. When it does come to mixing in pigment again with the RESINCRETE, I think I will be using acrylic paint now. I just have to hope that the acrylic paint doesn't start to fade, which reminds me the strawberry jar. As you guys can see, the color isn't the same as when I demolded it from my previous video. I'll insert a little shot here just so you guys can see the comparison. But yeah, I don't know if I did something wrong with it, but the red is a bit paler and so is the green. Weirdly, the red inside the jar is more like before. I'm wondering if having the lid on it is what's causing the color to not fade as fast. But yeah, hopefully my tea light holders don't have the same fate. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. And now I'm going to put my little tea lights in them and let's light them up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you've learned something. If you did, then please smash that like button. And if you'd like to see more crafting with resin videos, then be sure to check out one of the ones popping on screen now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.